All right, Neil, this one is specifically for you. We're going to do shoulder internal rotation and shoulder external rotation, positional isometrics. Obviously this is going to be for your left shoulder, the shoulder that has really good range of motion, but creaks, cracks, all that kind of stuff. So pails and rails, ordinarily you would be getting into like the massive, biggest range of motion you can possibly do, which you'll be doing on other joints, getting to that position and then working really hard. What we're going to do with your left shoulder is we don't want to increase range of motion. That's what all that stuff is designed to increase range of motion. We don't want to increase that range of motion for you in your left shoulder. We want to increase the stability and the structure and the integrity of the connective tissue within the ranges that you've already got. So that's a little bit of background for you. But what I want you to do is this. You're going to, with your shoulder internal rotation, you've got two options. So sit here, arm on shoulder, and literally push down. Ordinarily, like I said, full pails and rails, you're going to be pushing for extra range. I don't want you to push to extra range. What I want you to do is just go down to a point where you kind of get to the end of your range without really trying very hard. What you're going to do at this point is you're going to set your other leg up at that point. So I get down to here, I'll bring my leg there. So I'm now at this point here. What you're going to do to start with is you're going to hold on there. You're going to sit here for about 30 seconds or so, just to sit into the stretch. It won't be much of a stretch for you. Then you're going to brace your core, back down, irradiate, and then you're going to count up, you're going to ramp up, you're going to start pushing that way against your hands. So your hands here obviously holding you. You're just going to get up to about 60% effort. You're going to hold this 60% effort for about 30 seconds. Once that 60% effort is up, you're going to drive the other way. So you're going to be driving, use your shoulder to drive down, but obviously you've got your leg in the way there. So you're going to be driving up, then driving down for 30 seconds at a time. Your program may change as you go on. Now you're trying to do this at 60% effort, or 2/3, roughly about 60% effort. You want to get to a point, you want to be working at an effort that at the end of that 30 seconds, if you've continued to hold the same intensity for that 30 seconds, you're actually feeling pretty fatigued in the shoulder joint that you're using. So that's your internal rotation. Internal, hold, boom. Your other option would be this. I'm just going to grab this off actually. The other option would be this here. Sit down. This one would obviously be, well, this is my right shoulder, but either way. So you literally just, once again, get to that range, bring your leg here. So now you've got something to push down on, other hand on top, and go. So from here, pack down your air and go. So the first thing you'll do is you'll try to rotate back that way, gradually build up, hold that for 30 seconds when you get to 60%, and then start rotating back the other way. So we're building up isometric strength in very specific ranges. So for your external rotation, you're going to do something, you're going to do a very similar process. I find it easy just to use a stick, like get a broomstick, whatever, if you like using there. You'll just hold the stick this way and then rotate out. I actually do this sitting on a chair rather than on the floor. It's much easier. So you're just going to rotate. Once again, I don't want you to go all the way to the end of the range. Just go to somewhere probably about maybe horizontal, not horizontal, sorry, vertical, but just go to a range where you kind of get close to your end range, but you're comfortable. Sit here for 30 seconds, hold tight. So the first thing you're going to do now is you're going to try to drive in as hard as you can. Actually, hold this stick there, down there, so now I can hold my hand. So I'm going to try to rotate in that way. I've gradually built up over about 10 seconds to about 60%. I'm trying to rotate in, then I'm going to try and rotate out. But I'm holding my hand on the stick here, so everything on the outside of my joint is trying to rotate there. I need about 60%, but it can't go anywhere. So once again, I'm building that isometric strength in a specific range. So I basically want to get you to a point in your range where you're comfortable, but it's close to your end range, hold it still, and then 30 seconds one way, 30 seconds the other way. So you're gonna do internal, then external. Enjoy. If you've got any questions about this, obviously shoot me a message, but enjoy, man.